New Universal Enhancement Tree, Horizon Walker. Insert disclaimer here. Here's your first look at Horizon Walker, a Universal Enhancement Tree, currently slated for Update 50. Horizon Walker has popped up in a couple of editions of D&D at this point, as a variant option in 3.5 edition and Ranger Path in 5th edition. In this adaptation, the Horizon Walker is a hunter that traverses planes, hunting extraplanar enemies with a bow. Gosh, I like the sound of that. Please let there be an astral plane expansion in our future. They are rugged adventurers prepared for any kind of danger or any number of planes, and are attuned enough to planes that they can occasionally manipulate planar alignments to avoid danger. Focuses of this tree include single target bow damage, dexterity, avoidance defenses, dodge, incorporeality, etc. Making a target. The first core in this tree works a bit like Assassin's Trick. It's an ability that leaves an effect on your targeted enemy, and after that, the thing that affects marked targets work on that enemy. Using marked target on another enemy while you have an existing living marked target will clear it from them. Using improved precise shot and hitting other enemies before or after your marked target on the bow attacks will do the attack's weapon damage to other enemies, and only to the marked target effects, and only the marked target effects to your marked target, assuming they're hit by the attack. Cores. Mark target. +1 to spot and listen. You gain the ability to mark one target at a time. Targets you mark have -2 AC. Debuffs to mark targets from these core abilities do not stack with other players' marks. Only the highest set of debuffs will apply. Cooldown 4 seconds. 1 action point. Improved mental marking. Your marked targets get -5% fortification. The AC penalty your marked targets take increases to -4. Greater marking. Your marked targets get -2 to saving throws. Their fortification penalty increases to -10%, and AC penalty increases to -6. 1 action point. Dauntless marking. Your marked target saving throws penalties increase to -4. Fortification penalty increases to -20%, and AC penalty increases to -8. Dimension Door. Once per rest, you can cast Dimension Door. Activation cost 0. Spell points. 0 spell points. Cooldown 10 minutes. I mean, cool, the addition of D-Door, but once every 10 minutes. Once per rest. I'm not even going to use this tree, and I feel like that should be better. Horizon, +2 to all ability scores. If you go for the core capstone, wow. Wowie, wow. +10 range power, +10% double shot, +2 maximum many shot charges. Tier 1. Weathered gear. You have 25, 50, 75% chance to negate potential item wear. 1 action point per rank. Opening shot, +1, 2, 3 weapon damage, bow attack, adds +1, 2, 3d6. Force damage on hit. This damage scales with range power. Cooldown 6 seconds. IA for accuracy, +1, 2, 3 to attack with weapons. Skills, +1, 2, 3 spot, listen, and search. Noise. Conjure arrow. SLA as in the Arcane Archer tree. Tier 2, Walker Training 1. +1 to attack and +1 to damage longbows and short bows. Take the opening. If opening shot hits a creature that is at 100% of their hit points, it deals an extra 1d10 force damage for every 2 character levels you have. This damage scales with range power. Additionally, your force damage from opening shot is now applied twice when using against marked targets. So we're just incentivizing bow users to grab initial aggro. As the tanks shake their heads. Skilled Navigator, +2/+6 to saving throws versus traps. Dodge and strike. When you tumble, you gain range power equal to half your character level for 12 seconds. This can trigger once every 30 seconds. Wow. Favorite enemy, Evil Outsider. Tier 3, No Step Missed, Battle Trance. Cooldown 20 seconds, anti-requisite, other trances, charges 5. Expend 1 charge. You gain an insight bonus to damage and the DC of tactical feats equal to 1/2 your dexterity modifier for 30, 60, or 120 seconds. On a Vorpal weapon hit, you have a chance to restore 1 charge. 2 places at once. When you use mini shot or scatter shot, you gain displacement for 12 seconds. Nowhere to hide. You automatically detect nearby secret doors with a DC of 5 or less. This goes up by 3 every 2 character levels you have. Planar dodge, +1, 2, 3 dodge, +1, 2, 3 maximum dexterity while wearing light armor. Ability score, multi-selector, dex or wisdom. Tier 4, Horizon Training 2. +1 to attack and +1 to damage with longbows and short bows. Corner the Quarry. +2, 3, 4 weapon damage bow attack. If this is used against your marked target, they must make a reflex save. D20 plus your listen skill, or be immobilized for 12 seconds. On a Vorpal hit, the target is also stunned with no save, 20-second cooldown. On bosses, this does not immobilize or stun. Tenacious Hunter. Against extraplanar creatures and marked targets, regardless of whether or not they are extraplanar, you deal an additional +2/+6 damage with longbows and shortbows. Scattershot, range bow attack. Extend 1 charge to randomly select up to 3 different enemies at close range and shoot 1 arrow at each of them. Each of these shots can double shot. 2-second cooldown. This feat gives 3 charges. You regain 1 charge every 12 seconds. You don't use scattershot or mini shot. Requires a longbow or shortbow to use. Shares charges and a cooldown with mini shot. Ability selector, dex or wisdom. Tier 5, Walker's Guidance. You and targeted ally gain evasion and +5 to saving throws versus trap for 12 seconds. 60-second cooldown. Banish the Quarry. If Corner the Quarry is used against a marked target, they take an additional 1d6 force damage per character level. This damage scales with range power. If the creature is extraplanar, it must make a will save, d20 plus your listen skill, or be banished. Bosses cannot be banished. Feywild Attunement. +1 competence bonus to threat range and multiplier with longbows and shortbows. Misty Step as Abundant Step, but you disappear. Shares cooldown with other abundant steps. Sounds like Misty Escape from the Enlightened Spirit tree. Or no, not from Enlightened Spirit, from the Fey Pact. The Warlock Fey Pact. And from Shardakai. I forget what it's called there. Improved Archer's Focus, as in Deepwood. Your Archer's Focus stance now stack up to 25 times instead of 15, passive plus 10% double shot. A few notes. Bow attacks in this tree require shortbow or longbow. It is fairly intended that a non-bow user could get some good use out of this tree. Worth noting that anyone gaining evasion from Walker's Guidance still has to follow evasion rules. No medium or heavy armor, etc. for evasion to work. Known issues. Marked target doesn't show anything over the target's head yet, and we are going to fix that. Marked target is slower than we want it to be right now, and we are going to fix that. There you have it. Horizon Walker, new Universal Enhancement Tree for bow combat.